Well, good evening. This is Hound Dog Steve coming to you on the 20th of May, which is a Sunday evening, and I think it's time we caught up with a little bit on the crypto world. And of course, as you're seeing, the crypto world is very volatile right now. Things are basically seesawing backwards and forwards, and this, I think, is pretty typical of a new technology as it comes forward. Now, if you go back to the mid-90s, early to mid-90s, when the tech bubble was growing, there was so many different companies doing so many different things. In fact, well, after the bubble burst, I listened to the interview of a chap who worked for a company, and the niche that company fitted into was so minute that he actually couldn't describe what it was that his company did. And so a lot of those companies fell away, and as that bubble burst, so what we were left with were companies and technologies that actually had some tangible value in the real world. A lot of those companies that were failed were absorbed into the larger companies, the more successful companies, like Intel, Microsoft, and that kind of stuff. And so where we are right now with cryptocurrencies, I think could be very much likened to the point where Microsoft has got DOS. Okay, and they don't quite realize the value or scope of what that program will become in the future. And so when people invested in Microsoft at that point in time, they were speculating, and it was a speculative bubble. Microsoft prices now on the stock market are actually pretty stable. So it really has become, as long as Microsoft continues, a store of wealth, which hopefully will beat out inflation. But we're at the same point with cryptocurrencies. And so what I do when I look at cryptocurrencies from an investment perspective, I look for coins that have some kind of utility. I still absolutely love Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum, because these have now become base platforms for many other coins. Why reinvent the wheel if you don't have to? And these platforms were designed to do exactly that, to be built on. And so it basically ensures that Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum are going to continue in their usage, because they are such a versatile and flexible kind of base platform for things to adapt themselves on top of. Anyway, I came across a couple of stories from Coinsquare, and I would like to go over that right now, and let's take a look at what is going on in crypto world. Okay, here's the first story. Canada reviews its anti-money laundering practices, looks to exempt fintech firms. And here is a definition of fintech. Just in case you're wondering, like myself, what fintech is. Fintech is a portmanteau, and a portmanteau is a sort of grab bag or a large leather suitcase, where you can put all kinds of things in, of financial technology that describes an emerging financial services sector in the 21st century. Originally, the term applied to technology applied to the back end of established consumer and trade financial institutions. Since the end of the first decade of the 21st century, the term has expanded to include any technological innovation in the financial sector, including innovations in financial literacy and education, retail banking, investment, and even cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. So it looks like they are going to be included in the exemptions for money laundering, which just goes to legitimize all of these coins and blockchain even more. For the disruptive fintech industry, the Canadian government continues to approach new regulation with caution as to not stifle growth in the rapidly evolving landscape. Digital currencies present a new layer of complications for regulators, but could make compliance easier down the line due to the transparency and accountability of most blockchain implementations. There you go. There you go. Next story, the Conference Board of Canada says blockchain could improve government services. Well, fancy that. Blockchain technology can help governments with public documents and taxes. As one of Canada's significant not-for-profit think tanks, the Conference Board of Canada's dedication to analysing economic trends and public policy lends itself well to blockchain research. In a new 22-page report titled Cautious Optimism, Adopting Blockchain to Improve Canadian Government Digital Services, the author discussed the potential implications blockchain could have on a variety of government services. Government plays a leading role in keeping public records and funds, said Conference Board of Canada Associate Director of Privacy and Corporate Security Andrew Pender. In this regard, blockchain's distributed trust model, you see that? Look at that. Blockchain's distributed trust model could support the government's efforts to ensure accountability and transparency and simplify management of information in a secure way. There you go. Final story, and this is a little disturbing. EOS and Block.one officially ends relationship with Brock Pierce. Here he is here, and EOS currently holds the title of being one of the largest crowdfunded projects in history after it raised over 200 million Canadian in the first 5 days of its ICO last year. This week, however, EOS has been subject of criticism surrounding its ties with controversial figure Brock Pierce. Now it appears that Pierce is no longer with the project for the foreseeable future. The criticism began after a digital currency featured on HBO's Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, where Oliver prompted viewers to Google Brock Pierce scandal. Since then, searches for the term spiked, and it would appear that EOS is now removing Pierce from YouTube videos uploaded to its official channel. Pierce's history with bad press. The team behind EOS deny that the comedian played a significant role in the mutual agreement involving Pierce's departure, stating the decision was made last week prior to the segment. Pierce is a former child actor and remains a controversial figure due to ties to the Digital Entertainment Network, which was named in 2 civil lawsuits alleging the sexual abuse of minors. While these are currently only allegations, they were undoubtedly brought to the attention of more consumers following Oliver's segment. Okay, so this is a bit of, the controversy isn't just Brock Pierce, it is EOS as well. And I understand they've been having some troubles with their platform, and the last thing they need is some bad publicity or any kind of connection with child abuse. Anyway, I guess the jury is out figuratively and literally on that with EOS and Block.one and Brock Pierce. So we will just have to wait and see. We'll put a little peg on that page and we'll wait and see what happens. In the meantime, this has not hurt Ethereum at all. If anything, it's given Ethereum a little boost, and it is certainly turning out to be one of the preeminent platforms in the cryptocurrency space. Well, I hope you enjoyed that and found it informative, and if you did, please like and subscribe below. Press that big red button, it really helps when you do, and I'll be getting back to you very shortly with more reports on the crypto world. I'm getting together with a couple of guys this week, and we are going to be talking about how to create meetups where we can share information about blockchain and some of the altcoins and the revolution that is actually upon us. You can see every day more and more how this technology is being legitimized. Okay, so this is Hound Dog Steve signing off. Please take care, have yourself a great week, and we'll talk very soon. See you now. Bye.